Grade 12, November 2025, Mathematics, Paper 1. So if you don't want to watch the video, but you still want to see the memo, the solutions to the questions, go to my website, allpastpapers.com. allpastpapers.com. Right, let's get on. So obviously 1.1.1, 2 marks, start off fairly easy. X is equals to minus 5, or X is equals to 2. There we go. And then 1.1.2, correct to 2 decimal places. So already we are expecting to use the quadratic formula. So 5x squared plus 9x plus 2 is equals to 0. We have the value of A, the value of B, and the value of C. So we can go ahead and use the quadratic formula. That is to say, x is equals to minus b, which is 9, plus or minus the square root of b squared. So b squared, that will be 9 squared minus 4. A is 5, C is 2. Everything divided by 2a, of which a is 5. So x is equals to minus 0.26, or x is equals to minus 1.54. That is 1.1.2. Let's take a look at 1.1.3. So 8x squared is greater than 2x. Very quick CV, critical values, right? 8x squared is equals to 2x, and then 8x squared minus 2x is equals to 0. We take x as a common factor. 8x minus 2 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 0, or x is equals to 1 over 4. Right, so these are our two critical values. We then need to test and see whether our answer lies between 0 and 1 over 4 or outside. What do I mean by that? So it is either x is between 0 and 1 over 4, or x is actually outside, x less than 0, or x greater than 1 over 4. So we need to actually test which one of these two possible sets of solutions is true. So I'm gonna test that solution. So we have x greater than 1 over 4. A number that is greater than 1 over 4 is 1. So I'm going to sub 1 into 1.1.3 and see what I get. So 8 multiplied by 1 squared is greater than 2 multiplied by 1. So 1 squared, that is just 1. 8 greater than 2. Is 8 greater than 2? Yes, 8 is greater than 2. So we know that that is our solution, and that will not hold. That will actually not hold. We can test to see whether that holds or not. A number between 0 and 1 over 4 is 1 over 8. If you substitute 1 over 8 there, you should get an inequality that does not make sense. 1.1.3, 1.1.4. So 2 multiplied by 2 to the 2x minus 9 multiplied by 2 to the x plus 4 is equals to 0. So let's see what is happening. We have 2, 2, 2, we have 4, we have 9. Can I make 2 to the power x equals to k and solve a quadratic equation, whether by solving for x or using the quadratic formula? Let's see if that works. So I let 2 to the x be equals to k. So this will be 2k squared. 2 to the 2x is equals to k squared if k is equals to 2 to the x. So 2k squared minus 9k plus 4 is equals to 0. So unfortunately, I cannot divide by 2, right? Because we cannot divide 9 by 2 and get a whole number. So I have to factorize it like this. For most people, I would just advise you use the quadratic formula instead of trying to factorize with your head. So 2k, k. So I need to be careful there. I need to make some decisions. I need minus 9k to be the middle term. So how do I then set up my numbers, factors of 4? Can I use 2, 2, or do I use 4, 1? Let's try 4, 1 and see what happens. So 4, 1. They both have to be negative so that the answer will be positive. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 4 would give us 4. So 9k squared minus 8k minus k, that will give us negative. So this works. So here k will be equals to 1 over 2. And then here k will be equals to 4. But we know that k is equals to 2 to the x. But we can write 1 over 2 as 2 to the minus 1. We try to give these numbers the same base so that we can equate the exponents. And then 2 to the x will therefore be equals to 2 to the 2. So x is equals to minus 1. X is equals to 2. So I have these two answers. Did I square anywhere? No, I didn't square both sides. So I'm quite confident that both these answers will be fine. So I can proceed to 1.1.5. I was thinking that I've squared both sides, because if I square both sides, then I have to actually test and see which solution holds. So let's take a look at 1.1.5. So what I'm realizing is that I have 1 over square root of x, and then there I have 1 over square root of x as well. So I can let that be equals to k, of which if I do that, then I'm going to have k. Yeah, because you have to realize that square root of 1 over x is actually equals to 1 over square root of x, because that will be square root of 1 divided by square root of x, which will be 1 over square root of x. So those two things are actually the same thing, right? So you had to realize that first. But anyway, stories. Square root of k plus 2 is equals to k. That's when I let k be equals to 1 over square root of x. So I'm going to square both sides, obviously. Seems like the obvious thing to do. So let me do that. When I square both sides, I get k plus 2 is equals to k squared. Wait a minute. What is happening? Do I have k squared minus k minus 2? It seems like it. So how do we then proceed? K, obviously, and then minus 2 plus 1, so that the middle term can be minus k. This is equals to 0. So k is equals to minus 1, or k is equals to 2. So let's see if that makes sense. K is 1 over square root of x. This is equals to minus 1. Is that possible? No, it is not. So this cannot be possible. What about 1 over square root of x equals to 2? That seems fine. So 1 over 2 is equals to square root of x. So we square both sides. What do we get? 1 over 4 is equals to x. Is that what we get? Seems like it. Right, that is what? That is 1.1.5. What about 1.2? Let's do that in a separate video. But believe it or not, I've solved all these questions. So if you don't want to wait for me to upload the video, just go to my website, allpastpapers.com. I'm going to put the link on the description. I'm going to pin it on the comment as well. You can just go there and click the link and check the memo. Here we go. Which video do you want me to do next? Let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, you will definitely love my course. Go ahead and click the link on my bio and you will land on this page. You will not only find the past exam questions, but introduction videos where I break down complex concepts into small pieces that are easy to digest. It is very important in grade 12 to stay ahead of your teacher, and this is what this course is for. It's very easy to navigate through the course as videos are arranged into collections. You can clearly see that we have electrostatics, work energy and power, Doppler effect, so on and so on. Do you maybe need help with study tips and creating your own timetable? We can talk about that inside the course and I can help you out. It doesn't even take a minute to join. Can't wait to hear from you.